Oh, so a quick introduction. I've been saying this for the last 2 days. I repeat it again to for the benefit of the few people who are new and for the repetition and understanding for the purpose of this community, why we have made this community. So, Heartful Learners Academy. Uh, uh, our objectives are threefold. Uh, the first objective is that we want to help people with free resources and training that can help them improve their personal skills, knowledge, mental attitudes, and thus empowering them to become heartful influencers of their communities. What it really means is, most of us here who have joined this group, the kind of WhatsApp list that I have are really very nice people who want to extend their selves and not limit themselves only to their own selves or their personal families, but they have an extended vision. There is some noise in the background. I think some of you are not mute. Can you please mute? Just please check. Yeah. So this is the topmost agenda here is to provide those few skill gaps. Not few. A simple question that if I were to put to you is that what are the three things that if you were to get to chance to learn and improve, your ability to serve others will become 10x. Serve yourself and serve others, that becomes 10x. So those are the three things we want to address with free resources, training, and help you step up, and become influencers of your community because you already have the spark. All of you have the spark already. There is no question about that. There's absolutely just a question of some support is needed, and it's time that goodness comes out of shadow and shines on its own legs. So that's the idea. The second objective is, we want this community to become more and more empowered for those who need it on the concept of earning and money. you know while the first concept was a general concept to give you key skills, key learnings, key attitudes which you can use everywhere, we also want to give a chance for the community to earn honestly more and more. We know the world out there is getting more and more competitive, it's getting tough, and it's getting difficult to live by the values that we hold. So this is an experiment where we see that can we come together, can we help each other, not by really giving money to each other. That's not the idea at all. In fact, we discourage the idea. We want the help to be a win-win help. How do we support each other? How do we train each other, help each other, and uh, make the earning a part of the normal routine of life. The how and we have and we are big, we want to experiment with that, and we'll let you know soon how we can do that. When you participate in the model, you're automatically giving, you're not even feeling it. Oh, it's happening. It's happening on its own. Of course, the final objective is to become like my teacher, beloved Daji, who in his life he has earned so much and he has given so much, like a river, and it still flows from him. Of course, that is the objective, but let's begin somewhere. And the idea is to empower people and let money not be a reason or roadblock to be the best me that you can be, to be able to help others. Let money not be a roadblock. Let us conquer that roadblock in a very nice way. And of course, I've already spoken about this. The third idea is to motivate the community to become givers. Givers is not necessarily only in terms of money. See, Amit is sharing, Deepak is sharing. Tomorrow, many people will share things with the community. So it may not necessarily be money, but money also. How do we give in a way that we, we pay it forward? We just pay it forward. And many times we do not know the right method. We do not know how to do it. So we are going to create. We look forward to share with the community. Great channels for giving. Many of you are already donating to your specific ashrams or causes and communities. Continue to do that. And we will kind of motivate everyone that whatever you are learning here and whatever extra you are earning from knowledge that you're getting here, please pass it on to others. Pay it forward. Let the wave keep on increasing. Let it flow. seamlessly, and that's this, and we are just initiating the first wave, and each of us here now, can become a multiplier of that wave, and you can have your own small communities, 5 people, 10 people, or big communities, 10,000 people. I mean, just whatever you can pick up from here and give over there, please go ahead. It's like that. So that's the whole idea. Learners, heartful earners, and heartful givers. That's the whole idea. And a heartful personality emerges from all of us. The best me, the best me that can be is emerging out of this. And we want to support this whole exercise. So this is where we begin. And today's topic is a very interesting one, which is why money and how money. So let me just share my screen. This is a MindMeister screen, and let us start. Now you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let's kind of take a break here. I'm going to stop talking, and you tell me this is okay. Okay, so I hope my screen is clear and readable. So the question is, why good people should not be money shy? Dissolving the blockages to money. See, if somehow Dr. Sunil has sent a very nice message in the group, and he says that there is something wrong in some blockage in our mind which doesn't want to hold money or handle money. And I also suffered from this for a long time, to be very frank. And I think the traces of that is still there, where we don't want to handle, we feel that we are in some sort of a different zone, and money is not meant for us, and things like that. So my own experience of life is that this is the first thing that needs addressing. So from reading from various books, I've done a lot of reading recently. I reflected on my life, looked back what my teachers have taught me, my life's teachers, my spiritual guides have taught me. And finally, I came up with these 7 issues. There can be more. Like, I don't claim to be an expert, but this is what I'm presenting. And if I miss something, the group is very much welcome to guide me and tell me, Vishal, this can also be there, and would love to hear them. So the first one, let me again talk about dissolving this blockage. After this session, after this session is done, all this, and you agree if you are resonating with this point, and I'm going to put this slide in the group also. I'm going to put this map and make it an image and put it in the group. Please keep it with you, because our brain requires a lot of rewiring. You hear it once, it doesn't get rewired. If this is there in front of you, and you understand that why good people should not be money shy, why you should allow money to flow into your life, and you become a conduit for money, it will really start having an effect. And let it be an experiment. I'm just today making a hypothesis. After 30 days of doing this, I would love to have a feedback from all of you. That change, we have experienced the change, things have started to happen, or it didn't work, whatever way you want to say. So let's kind of take it like an experiment for the next 4 weeks, 30 days, and see how this comes up. So now the first one is a very easy one. Okay, the question is, the hint is that the need for this money is most obvious. Okay, so in the panel you can start answering. What is the most obvious need of money? The number one picture that you see here. What is it? What do you think is this? The most obvious. The hint is it is most obvious. Yes. Yes. I see replies coming in. Yeah, it's a house. Yes, but it's not so simple. I mean, it's a depiction. So what do you think are those needs? The most evident needs? Yes. 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 Survival. Yes. Yes, Prashant Bhaiya. Yes. Yes. Now we are getting close. Yes. Daily needs. Yes. Yes. Fantastic. Fantastic. So this one was actually a no-brainer. This was just a way to get it started. Okay. So the first one is very simple. And Sai also put it in the group today. Let's make it a little big. Okay. The first one is fulfilling needs and comforts and luxuries. So that's what we know, what we all money, roti, kapda, makan, education, health needs, going out, gadi, vacations. So that's the need for, that's the, what money is required for. Okay. Now let us see the second one. Can you guess what this is about? The second one. Okay, there are two people standing here. What do you think is this about? Take a guess. I'll give you a hint. It is going beyond yourself. So the hint is going beyond yourself. Now, please put in your chat. What do you think? Society. Okay. When you go beyond yourself, who is the first person you start interacting with? Equity. Okay. Yes, we are all getting close. Yes, they are all right answers. Yes, spouse. I like that. Okay. Okay. To equality. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Social, kids. Okay. Dr. Sunil. Okay. So let's see what this is about. Marriage. Okay. All the answers are correct, but see, it's just a way how we portray this. So the second one is the second usefulness of money. Why good people should not shy away from money. Why we need to dissolve the money blocks that we have in our own mind is empower and protect people in your care. You know, there are people in our care. Yes, the families. Yes, the employees, the friends, the community, the nation, and the whole world. Finally, there are people in your care. Maybe they are blood relationships, maybe they are social relationships. If you have money, you can help them out. If you don't have money, then you tell them sorry. So if you look at it, if you're a helpful person, just reflect on this point so deeply. If you're a person whose heart cries out when somebody wants help and you cannot give help because you don't have the money to help, would it not be great if you had a lot of money? Just it's a simple, very simple idea. Why should we, um, why not have this ability to help? Okay, so simple. Now look at third one. Okay, this, take a guess. I'll give you a hint. It is something inside us. Look at it. What does this thing? How does money help this? Hint is it is something inside us. Okay. Yes. Hobby, passion, listening to yourself. Okay. Come on. Peacefully enjoying. Okay. Yes. Some more. Okay. What we love. Okay. Peace. Okay. The inner tune. All right, Sridhar. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's see now what this is all about. So somebody said hobbies and all. See, all of us have. If you would if you look at our life very keenly, you will find some intrinsic strength. So if I were to look at if I would look at my own life, I am a business guy. I do different things, but training has always been my strength. Many of you who know me personally and who are you've been, I've had a pleasure of being a trainer in any program that you attended. You will vouch for it that I'm a natural trainer. Now, what happens is that when you have money, you can nurture this talent. Somebody may be a musician, somebody may be artist, somebody may be, any talent which is inside you, which you are not able to do complete expression with. It can be a great disservice in life if the natural talents with which you are born, if they are not given an expression to. The education system is supposed to nurture those talents, but unfortunately most of the time it does not. It puts you in a system where you have to do rather than what you want to do or what you're naturally good at. Most of the time, sometimes all of us have to compromise, but it's not a system which is recognizing our natural talents. So if you have the money, then you can not only groom your talent, you can also expose your talent to the world, and money helps you in sharpening those talents. There's another great reason why we should not have money blocks. That this is another third great reason that the money can be of great service to your unlocking your inner strengths, your inner talents. It can be a great one. Now this point, now we come to the fourth one. Okay. Now what does this look like? Well, let me give you a hint. It is like a ID card. It's like a visa. Call it a visa. I'll call it a visa. Now, how can you now take a guess? How can money help here? What could be the fourth one? That picture resembles a visa. Now you tell me uh, what it could be. What is it? How 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 money can help in this area? What is this area? Take a guess. Opening doors. Okay. Yes. Let's have some more. Fame. Yes. Yes. So the vibes are all, you're all catching the vibes. I'm so happy because these sessions are heart to heart. Power, yes, yes, yes. So this is a very wonderful point, and I want traveling experience. Okay, Shipraji. Okay, so let me first congratulate Brother Amit for this point. Amit has contributed to many of these points which are there, and so has Brother Deepak. He has also refined it. I'm only presenting it. He made a very vital point, and this is a point I want to spend a little more time, because he enlightened me, bulb on. And after what I say, if you feel this is really, had an effect on you, you write bulb on in the chat box. Not now, but listen. And any point of the time that in this discussion you feel, yes, I got this. You see, we always, yes, Minaz. So what happens is we have a tendency to tell someone or explain something to someone or try to sell something to someone or try to get his favorable opinion by making him see things from our angle. For example, many of us here are meditators. I'll take this example. If you want to convince someone to meditate in whatever system you follow, okay, so you will start talking about that system, why you should do and how this is good and how that is good. But the fact is that you can get entry into his brain when there is acceptance. First, that guy is going to judge you from his perspective. He's not going to come to your way of thinking. He's going to first see. He's going to scan you. He's going to see what is your social standing. What is, whatever he thinks is his idea of success. You know what success is. You're evolved person. But he has his own standard of success. So when Bill Gates says that meditation is good, when meditation is good, the whole world listens. When people whom you don't know, who do not have a social standing, say something, it's much more difficult. So you need to start with, you need to understand this reality. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, ये तो गलत बात है. It's correct. All that is right. You are a blessed soul and he's just making money and all. But that's the reality. The reality is that you are judged, by your social standing, and that social standing and your image gives you a start. It gives you a start. It is the packaging. Your substance will follow. The the substance that you're going to follow is great. Your packaging has to be great. So don't deny yourself this packaging. You're going to help people. You're going to lose less time convincing them. You're going to be you're helping them. You're removing their mental blocks. Look at it like this. That my God, instead of wasting a lot of energy getting through to them, if you're making their journey to move to the next level or to see things from your side so much simpler. So it's a great thing. Money as an enabler and projected properly can give you a great start. If your intention is good in your heart, money can give you really a good start by opening that, by opening doors quickly for you. So if you really think this point is making sense to you, just write bulb on, because this was a bulb on point for me. You know, just write bulb on. You know. So I know that you all have connected to the point that I was trying to make. Yes, yes, bulb on. Fantastic energy. Yes. Come on, let's see some. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Vivek. Nice to see you there. Yes, yes. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So let us thank Brother Amit here, because he is the originator of this idea and he brought this angle into the picture. Thank you, Amit. Okay. So I'm going to request everyone to type thank you, Amit, because this is his point. Very, very clear. And I had a bulb on moment. So everyone, once more, thank you, Amit. Please type thank you, Amit. Thank you, Amit. Yes, let's credit the knowledge giver. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much. So yes, thank you so much. So this is the point, you know. You are judged for the other person's from the other person's perspective first. He will see things from your angle later. Money gives you the right perception to be listened to. It gives you a quick start. This is the reality of life, and we have to live in the reality.com. You know. So this is it. Thank you, and let's make use of this bulb on moment that we have got, and make it a part. Whenever we feel shy of money and things like that, get this point. That how a strong perception about myself is going to help the other person, because I am going to give him true substance. If I am strong, but my packaging is great, he will accept me with much more ease. Okay, now let's move ahead. Okay, now this one. This is a key. Okay, it's a key, and a key opens doors. So how would you expand this point? That money, money and this key. Use the creative session from Amit yesterday. Think, connect both the issues: resistance to money, use of money, and this key. What is it? What does it? How would you expand this point? Yes. Initiative point. Okay. To unlock natural gifts. Okay. Can create better things. Okay, Sunil. If I miss a comment or two, please forgive me, because it moves very fast on my screen. I may miss. It's a key to success. Okay. So it's a very general point. So don't get upset that this to we knew. This should not have been a separate point, but I put it separately. Money is necessary for any cause we have in life. Anything, absolutely anything. You want to be a great, whatever is your calling. Money is an important means to any end. Just think deeply about it. Whatever you want to do in life, in the manifested. Here, what I'm really talking is in the material region. Things like what we have to do. If you're thinking of, we have all our spiritual dimension. You don't need money to pray. You don't need money to help someone spiritually. Correct. All that is wonderful. Here I am, and that's a different dimension. Here I am talking about, the dimension of, of the shrama. Recently my guide clarified that the shloka of Gita, Karmanyevadika Rasya Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. That's a very famous one. I'm just sidetracking for 2 minutes. It was relevant to what we are doing here. He went on to explain that the karma part that is being spoken in the shloka refers to Brahma Vidya. He says, the understanding of what a word means changes every 20, 30 years, 40 years maybe. So this is the Mahabharata. Mahabharata time was thousands of years back. And that time there was a very clear difference between karma and sharm. The shram, not shram. So shram is the worldly things, the tasks. And this shlok applies to Brahma Vidya, which is your approach and your relationship with the Almighty, where you keep doing and you don't expect the Almighty to come to you on your terms. The Almighty will open His doors when at His wish. And that is why Karmanyevadika Rasya Mahaphaleshu Kadachana. He says it's utterly foolish to think that you can do worldly tasks without being result oriented. If you have to go from here to Calcutta, you have to Plan. You have a result mind that I'm going to go to Calcutta, and you have to plan accordingly. It's absolutely it's laughable that you can do worldly matters without orientation of goal. So this whole idea of money, it has to be oriented towards our worldly matters. Any worldly task you want to do, you want to serve the society, you need money. Anything, absolutely anything. You want to make a great business, anything. I don't know. I mean, it's a very simple point. But without money, whatever your vision is and aspirations are, they will just remain visions and aspirations. They're not going to manifest. So let's get it straight. Money is required to manifest our visions in life. Now this one. So because of little time constraint, I'm going to open this. Okay. So this is a very beautiful point. This was a very beautiful point which I heard from my teacher, and I want to share with all of you. Is money in the right hand is life-giving nectar. The fact remains that the manifested goodness in life. What I mean by manifested goodness, in simple words, is everything that is good. The good resources of the world. We say resources are unlimited. I personally submit that I don't agree. I think abundance at a unmanifested level, at the level of joy and possibilities, is unlimited. But whatever is manifested, the amount of money, the goodness, the resources, it's limited. That is the whole economics theory, how to use limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants. So what happens if people who are noble-hearted, who are courageous, who want to make life count for more and and distribute sunshine in life, if they don't hold the resources, then the opposite gang is going to hold it. The people who are negative, who are still not evolved, who are inward looking, who are still, their heart is still not opened up to the sunshine of the soul. So who's going to gain? Is it not better? Is wealth not better in a community, in a heartful community, in people like you and my hand, rather than someone who is only inward looking and using wealth in a different way and locking it all up or using it in non-evolutionary ways? It is such a significant point. This is another great personal unlocker that I discovered. Just think about it. Money in the right hands is life-giving nectar. Money in the right hand spreads light. So let's not be money shy. It is going to help. You know, in our own hands. I remember once, long time, a story when some of them went to a wise man, and some of the business guys went to a wise man and asked, there's so much corruption around, we have to compromise and this and that. They were and they were very devoted people, and they were feeling very sad that what to do, and it was paining them. And that wise man told them, look, I understand, you try to avoid, but finally, if you cannot, you become a victim of the situation, and you have to, sort of manage things best the way you can. Then at least remember that the money that you are getting in your own hands, you're going to use for the good of people. It's such a important thing. He said, don't ever hurt anyone. Don't. But if you're in a situation where you have no other choice but to make do with things as they are, then we need to understand that the money in your own hand is going to be nectar. If you lose the opportunity, if you're going to not be able to crack the deal, if you are not able to uh, make the divert the flow towards that, is going to go towards channels which may not finally be so fruitful to the whole purpose. So this is a very large purpose, and we need to understand that um, that for the higher purpose of dharma, the higher purpose, that there should be peace on earth, love on earth. At what point we need to compromise and what point we don't have to compromise. And for me, the biggest thing is, what is your intention? What is your heart? Who is the person who is doing certain things or not doing certain things? What is his final output going to be? So I look at it that way. This is my personal understanding of what it is, and really helps me motivate when I, why one should make money. And the last one. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, I'm going to ask this. This image is of a world. This image is of a world. It's a complete image. It's a. So what do you think? What is this final summary point? why money is, how can money, how can you relate money to this point? Okay, what is it? Nature, okay. Our main life, nature, Daksh, world trip, yes, okay, okay. Worldliness, okay, okay. Peaceful world, global peace, okay. So creativity at display, everyone is seeing things in a different way. That's fantastic. You know, one world, one family, fantastic. So yes, so this image is a little controversial. Deepak made me put this image in, and because he loves traveling, so he made me put here. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, you know, yes, money gives you the freedom to choose your priority. Money gives you the freedom to choose your priority. We need to have the freedom to live the life we want to. Money can be understood as units of freedom in your hands. You see, yesterday we spoke about a vision lifestyle. You have a vision for yourself. You want to do certain things, and if you are in the grind from morning 7 to evening 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and if you don't have the freedom to do what you have to do, then what is the point? It's always going to be an aspiration. So money gives you this ability to live life, more and more as per your own vision map or your own vision thing. So this is it, guys. This is the first one, and if you like it, just write I like it. If you liked what is presented, then just say I like it. That gives me a good feedback that yes, that yes, that thanks, I like it, I like it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yes, thank you so much. So I'll just take a 2-3 minutes break now, a few minutes break. If anybody wants to say something, you can unmute yourself, raise your hand. I think Deepak is there, he'll unmute you, or even I can do that, and we'll listen to you. If you have something to add to this section of the webinar, please feel free. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all who selected it. So much energy. Thank you. Gives, makes us feel we're on the right path. Thank you so much. Anybody wants to share something or any quick question you want to put in the chat box? Anything? You are welcome to share, say, ask a question.
Hello, uncle.
Ah.
हेलो
ये अंकल ये आज कल और परसों के लिए था.
Yes, beta, and we will continue, which I'm going to tell you later. लास्ट 5 मिनट में मैं आपको आगे की स्ट्रेटेजी बताऊंगा. आप वेट करें, ठीक है? थैंक यू सो मच बेटा. ये चालू रहेगा ऐसे ही.
Thank you, uncle.
Love you, beta. Yes. Anyone else? Or should we going?
Oh,
Okay.
actually, I'll
Can
tell
I
you.
speak?
Yes, I go ahead.
I just want to share, that in my London School of Economics forum, I had the good fortune to listen to the owner of Thyrocare, Mr. Velumani. And I asked him this same question, which is there in our minds, how do you handle the corruption or the system which is there within the governments or the states? And he gave me a very thoughtful answer, and I thought I should share it here because we are all also practicing people, either a working life or running a company. He said, within Thyrocare, I have formed a team whose job is to only those kind of people. I don't even break my head. I just fix my yearly budget. If it exceeds the budget, I ask questions. Otherwise, if it is in the budget, that job is done. Those people don't even come to me. I don't spoil my mind. But there is a team specifically dedicated to do only that job. And their job is they are in peace. The fellows who come to them are in peace. But most important, I, as the chairman of the company, have tremendous peace as long as they are within the budget.
Sai, we will edit this before we load this video. So I request not to take names. This can get a little sensitive. Okay, just talk on the principle. That's best. So we know all what we are saying tomorrow. Let's not take name of individuals and. Yes.
No, the principle, I'm sharing it because it's a spiritual good, but the principle, what I'm trying to say is, we all face challenges in life.
Yes,
yes, but, as long as we are detached, but the job is done, the overall welfare is taken, I'm sure the God will give the energy, we are in the right path. That is
Thank you.
also I
Thank you,
want
brother.
to say.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I can feel your energy. I can feel your motivation. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So there is someone who has raised. I'm just going to unmute you, brother. Somebody with the iPhone is asked to unmute. You know, somebody, yeah, somebody who has raised his hand with name called iPhone. Quickly, brother, you
Hello.
can say something. Whoever it is.
Hello. Actually, money has become second
Kanchanji,
god
huh?
today. Yes, yes, myself speaking.
Yes,
Today, actually, in
yes.
these days, money has become actually second god. Because without money, we feel that no work is possible. A person having money, but the difference is that a person having money by hard-earned means to meet out his daily needs leads a happy life. But a person having it in abundance is always in worried and restless life. So actually, the disturbance which we are actually watching these days, it is all due to the overworldliness. And you see, and
Okay. So, brother,
yes, yes. So the
thank you for
word is
sharing.
too much with us. Actually, the present days, actually the word is too much with us. Shakespeare has already said it long before. And there are actually the three reasons why to make many money apart from using it, fulfilling needs. But the first thing is that having no moral and spiritual background of education. And second point is actually this is seeing others' prosperity through corruption means we are attracted towards it. Attraction of leading a materialistic life is also one of the reasons. That is why its use is extending. And third point is which I have in my mind is the secrets of the making a lot of money in non-hurtful way. That may I may say that earlier.
We will
Contentment
take
is the
that
actually.
later. Brother,
Contentment is the yes.
uh, Kanchan sir, thank you for sharing. That's the next section. We will take it up. And those who are sharing, try to talk in 1 or 2 minutes so that we can have more people sharing. We are
Okay.
working in our time. And thank you so much, Kanchan sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, yes, Regu, you wanted to go? I see Regu there.
Yeah. It's a wonderful topic. I just want to briefly mention that there's a book called Science of Getting Rich. You know, so those of you interested in subject can read more about it. And there, the topmost thing is mentioned is getting rich is like being gratitudious. You know, that's what is they get the money flowing. And the other quick point is, and I'm always fascinated by these Buckministers, you know, because normally when business, people say how much you want to earn, you know. And there is one person telling, don't put in terms of money because universe cannot understand. Put in terms of number of people you want to touch, you know. And
So Regu, you're running ahead of me. All this is section.
sorry.
We will make a presentation today. We'll just
Thank you.
hold the awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
So please, thank you for sharing. Let's kind of get into the second section of the presentation. The second one is how, you know. So let me just get that map on. Just for everyone, this is a very good digital tool. It's called MindMeister. And we're going to have sessions on good digital tools also later in this program. I am also on my learning curve right now to master many digital tools. And this is something that I recommend. It is very nice. What you're saying here has been created in, MindMeister. You can here see this. You can note down this thing if you like. It's not expensive. So this has enabled me to talk to you, right? This digital enablement. See? So let me just align this. Okay. All right. So many of you are going ahead, and Kanchan and Regu, you were all hinting to this point. So let's take them up together. So over the last, especially over the last few weeks, ever since my blocks towards money have opened up from the points, I have gone through the unblocking myself. You know, I was a guy. Some of my family members are also here. They know that I'm a guy. I never paid too much attention to money. It's okay. It's all right. Jo hai, theek hai. And what you see here in the earlier slide is my own journey of understanding why money is important. It is said that, you should make your mess the mesh for the world. When things that you have got it wrong, you make it very easy for others to understand. So if there are youngsters here who are, who are aspirational people who want to serve the world, please remember, that don't forget vitamin M. It's very, very important. Earn in the right way. Okay, so here it is. The first point about the evolutionary ways to attract money. So there are a lot of ways to attract money. You can, I'm talking only the legal ways here and the evolutionary ways here. And believe me, this is a sort of, Regu can also after some time talk about it, but from my own perspective, this is a very good summary of what you will find in leading books and what they talk about. And of course, I'll be only to summarize it, and perhaps in future we'll be able to go into more detail of if these points. The first point is dissolve the blockages. That is what we have done in the earlier slide, in the earlier presentation, and we will put those points in the group. Dissolve the blockages. Believe me, brothers and sisters, if there is inner resistance to money, whatever else you're going to see in this point is not going to happen. Take it from me. You have to open the gates to money. Open your gates to money. Okay? Second is think win-win. People who are spiritual, people who are of a helpful nature, that is your talent. It's a God's gift. There's you already come to a level of evolution which says that we is more important than we. You cannot be selfish. You cannot be aggressive beyond a point. So what can you be? What is your strength? In the next you will see. Let us play to our strength. Let us play to our evolutionary. It's like your own cricket pitch. If you have fast bowlers, then you will choose a pitch that is fast. No. So similarly, if you are good spin bowlers, choose a wicket that is spin. So what is our spin? Our spin is win-win. We are a community. We are a heartful community, and we are going to make this our strength. The ability to go from me to we. Mera bhi bhala ho, uska bhi bhala ho. I will also benefit, and he will also benefit in the same transaction, in the same thing. Win-win. That's the mind process that we all need to have. Please mute yourself. There are certain some mics which are open. Please mute. Deepak, can you help? The second thing is donate regularly. 1 minute. Somebody talking. Let me see how to mute. Deepak, can you help? Are you there? Thank you. So yes. So the third aspect is whatever you can. If you have a budget of 1,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, 1 crore rupees, but make it regular. Make giving a habit. Maybe by the 5th of the month, 10th of the month, whatever it is, whatever is your cause, make it a habit. Because while you have an attitude of win-win, it is very important to manifest that consciousness into an action. So every time when you give, whatever you're giving, suppose when I said giving is not only in terms of money, here we're talking in terms of money, let's talk in terms of money. But it can also be knowledge, it can be anything that you wish to give. But if you are looking to attract money, then you must give money. Money must be allowed to flow, because I don't know whether we'll have time to do money and abundance today, because you may still be having money and no abundance. It is like having salt without food. Who wants to have, food without salt? Who wants to have food without salt? What's the use? It's like for food without taste. If there's a lot of food on the table, it is tasteless. What are you going to do with that? So even if you have a lot of money, but it is not bringing you happiness, joy, and abundance, what is the point? And one secret about doing this, many of us who are from ancient land of India, there's always a rule that so much percentage of your income, please give. But the money becomes, they should say money shuddh ho jata hai. Now I'm understanding what is shuddh. Shuddh means it is useful to you. You are, it can be, by giving you make the rest of it yours. Something like that. The third is dwell in a feeling of gratitude. One of the participants share this point. I'm thankful to Amit. He put this very nicely. I'll just quote what Amit said. I was struggling to how to explain this point. And he said, look, if you have chocolates with you and you're going down in the compound and you have given chocolates to 10, 15 kids, and one or two of them come and hug you and say thank you so much. Next time when you have chocolates, who are you going to give? You're going to look for them, right? It's a very simple thing. So thankful souls are his favorites. Somehow today it's a little mysterious that if you're grumpy, if you're not happy with, if you're not if you're not showing gratitude for what you have, you got your meal today, you got this today, your health was good today, and if you don't, if you're not if you don't have a sense of gratitude, then there is something which is amiss. There is something that is amiss. You've not understood a very important principle, that gratitude attracts his attention. When you have a lot of gratitude, it attracts his attention. A state of joy, uh, again, we know that a lot of grumpy businessmen who make money, but again, I told you, this is an evolutionary way to attract money. We are a community of evolving people, so joy is our birthright. What the hell will we get here if we don't get joy? So let's make again this our strength, because joy and gratitude together kind of opens the floodgates. Someone up there feels that he's mine. He's understanding. He's not grumpy, and he's showing a level of maturity which I can trust. I think that's the right words. When you show joy and gratitude, you show a level of maturity to someone up there that I'm trustable. I am trustable. I trust whatever you are doing. I'm happy. I'm joyous. I'm joyous for whatever you are doing. Now, this is something I want to spend 2 minutes with. Especially 2 minutes on this point. Write a clearly defined goal card. Oh my, you'll not believe. I started writing my goal card about 60 days back. I put this into action. And one of the aspects in the goal card was to help people learn, serve, and grow. I wrote those lines: learn, serve, and grow. And see after 60 days what I am doing. And I don't know how this has happened. Deepak joined and Amit and if you really ask me, I had no clue that I'm going to do this. But as I started taking the steps, this thing started coming in middle, started opening up on themselves, and I see that goal card every day. That's the idea. You please write a goal card. We will do a session on this goal card business later, because we will not have time for it. But what does a goal card have? It can just have 3, 4, 5 lines, but it will be the summary of your vision. What do you want to see yourself in 10, 15, 20 years? What is your mission? Regu was coming to this point. A mission statement is not about earning money. It's not only about earning money. I think we need to put that in. It's not just about earning money, but how are you going to help people in the bargain? So there are people who have a mission statement like, I want to help 1 lakh people give up their fear and become communication experts and express themselves very clearly. That is my mission. And once he's projecting that going to help people, and in the bargain he's going to make money. So all of a sudden the idea is not earning so much rupee a month, but you're helping people. When you're helping people, then the transaction is embedded in it. So let the mission state a mission in terms of number of people you want to help. Start, and it should be true. Just where you are today and you say I want to help 7 billion people on this world, you will not be able to digest it. See, all these things work when you are aligned with what you're writing and what you're saying. How much can you see? You can see 1,000, you can see 100, you can see 1 lakh. What you can see truthfully, you write that figure. Maybe when your vision expands or your abilities expand, you change that figure. But be true. That is because unless you believe it, the universe there is not going to believe. Because out there is nothing but you. If you're not believing what you're written, just for the sake of writing something you're writing, that is not going to resonate. It's not going to resonate with your higher self there. He's not listening. So first, make yourself write honestly on that goal card what you want. And you can have a short-term milestone, you can have a mid-term milestone, and you can have a long-term milestone. A 4 or 5 line goal card. I started experimenting with it, about two months back, and see some things that started happening. And I want to do this experiment, and people who suggested a technique to me, they have given such wonderful feedback and how they succeeded. It's really wonderful. We'll try to do a session separately on gold card because it's very, very powerful. So remain in the positive zone. Now, this is something so amazing, so amazing. I don't know how many of you all saw today's video of Nightingale. I'll tell you, my teacher put a very nice book in the in our library, and it's available for sale also. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The book is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. So what happens in that book? We thought it's a simple book, and what that book, As a Man Thinketh, is the base foundation for most of the self-development programs, change programs, empowerment programs, money-making programs in the world. Even Earl Nightingale, who is speaking so much about abundance and money in life, he is drawing from that book. And going forward, we will do a book summary of that thing. What that book is about. It is not a publication of heartfulness, but is recommended. It's a very nice book, and if all of you like, we'll do a book summary of As a Man Thinketh. So nice, and the free PDFs are available. You go to YouTube and you put book summary As a Man Thinketh, and probably you'll get it. And we may not even need to make that content. Somebody would have done it, and we can just fill in the gaps. So the whole idea is, this is the key. It's a very important thing, because I've understood this now. It's so important that it's here. It's here. It's here. It looks cliche that everyone says it's here, but it's actually here. It's between these two temples. As you think, is as you get. There is no circumstances outside which is independent of what you're thinking here. Absolutely. There's no circumstances outside which is independent of what you're thinking here. And the kind of thoughts come from various sources. But one key source of thought is how you feel. How you're feeling inside. Are you feeling joyous? Are you feeling positive? Are you feeling, brotherly? You want to share. So when you feel that way, you get those kind of thoughts. Thoughts are feelings with words. Thoughts are feelings with words. Sometimes they come from outside also, from the mental atmosphere. Many times they come. Why sometimes? But if you are a little alert, and if you're good and you've got some control on your meditation, you can always be observant here and let your feelings be the source of your thoughts. So if you inculcate the right positive feelings, you will have the right positive thoughts. And if you maintain those positive thoughts, you're going to have you're going to attract those kind of results in your life. As a Man Thinketh. And don't have to believe me, please hear the video if you have not heard of Earl Nightingale. He's an expert, because I am just a facilitator here. I'm just putting out the best material, which I feel is great and I have tested in my life. Just listen to that video, and read this book, As a Man Thinketh. That this topic is so big that if we start talking, it'll take 2-3 hours just on this one topic. So I'm just touching it, and if there is time later in the session, we'll revisit this. But we need to move forward. We have just 7-8 minutes left. The next thing that this is a very practical point, for people, this comes from the Ikigai session that Deepak had, that how do we identify our strengths which are monetizable? Many times we go around doing things which is not our key strength. It is, it's like you are a good bowler, but you're going top of the order to bat. I mean, you're going to make, what are the chances that you're going to make it? So please understand, whether are you a top order batsman, middle order batsman, are you a bowler, spinner? If you have a spinning ability and you start becoming a fast bowler, I mean, maybe with a lot of effort you will get some success, but why not just move towards your strengths which are monetizable? Not all strengths are monetizable, and it's, you must be wise to choose strengths which are monetizable. Don't start solving a problem that no one needs to solve, or very few people. I can tie my shoelaces in 5 seconds. Oh, it's a great strength, but it's not monetizable. So how can you how do you monetize that? So you may have strengths which are very nice, very cheerful, which are helpful for few people, but is it helpful for the world at large? So please, we have to keep in mind that you must monetize your key strengths. Next is, in case we are in jobs, this is, I attended one of the recent sessions between Dr. Adiziz and my teacher Daji, and these are some key points. You must have you should become indispensable to the organization. You must have certain key skills, without which the organization will suffer. You must be hardworking and dependable. So these, you can consider at least three. If you have all the three, you are a genius in your job. You cannot be shaken. But if you have at least one of the three, you are there for a long haul. You must have a key skill. You must be extremely hardworking and dependable. If I have told Mr. X that this has to be done by 4 o'clock, Mr. X will do it by 4 o'clock, or at 3 o'clock he'll come and say, I need 1 hour more. It's a dependable person. The boss should be able to depend on you. And he knows that even at night, 12 o'clock, you're available. So that's the second part. Third is a trust factor. This is a very important aspect. Organizations are suffering because they don't know whom to trust. If you, and not just fake trust, but genuinely, as spiritual people, this is a very big asset, because we're not going to hurt anybody. And we are going to, we're not going to hurt anyone's trust. That's the last thing we're going to do. So please project it. Don't be shy. But all these three things have to be projected. Come out of the shadows. It is a time to project yourself. Don't be a silent person waiting that no, everything is okay. No, please, if you have these skills, please project. Move forward. And you must be adequately rewarded. Move forward on this. The world needs these three skills. If you have these three skills and your job is not rewarding you enough, have the courage, look for other options. These are rare skills. These are rare things to have now. These are your key assets. Bank them and cash them. Make strong bonds and connection. Be genuinely helpful to people. So it is a team that wins. Some of you are great networkers in this. In this I called and networking with a heart. Not out of self-interest. Just reach out to people when there's nothing else to do. Just reach out, talk to them. When you know that someone is in need and nothing else, just send a message. Hey there, how are you? I heard this is not there. Connect genuinely. Connect with him when you don't need him. Connect with him when he needs you. And then you see what happens. And do whatever you can. You don't have to go gaga, goo. But whatever you can to help that soul, you do. And keep in touch with people, genuinely. And, and kind of in general have a very brotherly attitude towards the whole world. Consider everyone as yours. Make a great network. And anything that you do, especially for people who want to be entrepreneurs from this group, it is a team that wins. It is always a team that wins. Alone you can go that far and no further. And this is the last point I want to share. And do I have the group's permission to go 5 minutes above time today? Usually we have a very strict principle. Just 5 minutes more. Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes. 5 minutes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So embrace digital technology. I requesting all the group members, and you please get this message going to everyone outside. The world is changing very fast. And we have to embrace digital technology. We may not become expert like the new generation and the kids, but we cannot be left behind either. And we must know the key digital assets which will take us forward, which will help us become influencers. If we are not in touch with technology, we are losing out of a lot of opportunities to earn, to influence, to help. We have to be on technology. So one aspiration of this group is to create certain digital technology upgradation sharing, level 1, level 2, and let's see how it goes. Many of you are good at technology here, and call upon you to help our group members to upgrade their technology skills. This is so important. So I had other things to share, but time is up, and this is where we stop for the day. And before I close, we can take a couple of questions. A couple of questions, a short comment of 1 minute, so that we can just quickly close this. Jovi, if anyone is unmuting, then just 1 minute, please. We have that much time, and you can keep commenting. Love to see your comments. Yes. So let's take a let's so let's let's move towards closing this session in interest of time and discipline. If you uh, if you found this session useful, uh, just type useful, because it's an experiment. Without, if you keep giving us feedback, it tells us that we are going on the right way. Thank you. It means your feedback means a lot. It gives us direction, because as I said, this is a community of the community, for the community, by the community. So if the community appreciates it, we know that we are doing things which are making sense. Yes. Okay. I see many useful things there. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, we will do a session on gold cards. Yes. Wonderful. So thank you so much. Yes, we will. Thank you so much. So we are going to set up some agenda for the coming week now. In the last 1 minute, on Friday we have IUH BizQ, which is our paid program. It's about people who want to start their business and who want to start right. Starting the business right is not easy, and people don't know the information or how to start, so that you don't make those mistakes which others have made. Start ride on the shadow, ride on the experience of others, ride on the knowledge that already exists. So that is what is going to be put on Friday. From Monday to Saturday, we will keep posting certain content, which will be free content, maybe short videos on certain things which will help the pillars of efficiency. You could have something on goal setting. You could have something on time management. You could have some content like this. All this will be free content. If you can find something good on the YouTube, we will curate that and put it, or if not, we'll create something and we'll share. Keep watching the group from Monday to Saturday. Keep watching. Those who are interested in the paid program, you go for it. And if you don't want to go, it's completely optional. There's no problem at all. We are marketing it to everyone. We are going to give an option to you also. Now, these Monday to Saturday offerings, small offerings, content, keep watching. I assure you, each of the postings is going to be beautiful. You will get a lot of value of those posts. Please look at it. And next Sunday, we will have a webinar 7 to 8. Normally, we like to have it either Friday or Sunday. This Friday, because Deepak and me, and we're going to be busy with that long paid webinar, so we'll do it on Sunday. And the topic for the webinar we'll announce, but it's going to be very interesting. It will be something that all of you will really feel like participating in, and we'll see you there. So the group is open for comments, and if you found value in this, if you found value what the team has given, please put good comments there, and or truthful comments if you found it good. And even if you found a gap that this could have been done better, please put that. That is also so very important. The idea when you comment on the group is others get a little motivated that this is good and we need to keep going. So this 1 week is going to be daily sharing, a Friday a paid webinar, and then Sunday a free webinar on another very interesting topic. Thank you very much. I overshot my time a little. Thank you so much. I'll try to keep to discipline next time. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great time. Keep commenting in the group. Love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.